If your Shimano XT derailleur got stuck and you want to try to save the situation before buying a new one, in this video I will show you exactly how I saved mine. Now we are going to dismount all the parts of this derailleur, clean them and put them together. The first thing to do is remove the two pulleys. Please note that the pulleys are different. Remember that when you are going to reassemble them. The name of the pulley as well as the direction are written on the component itself. I started to remove the guide pulley, then I removed the tension pulley. The half of the cage will be now detached, so I started to clean all the dirt on this component. Then I removed and cleaned the screw that is used to tighten the derailleur to the bike. Check that the tension of the derailleur is off. Then remove the screw that blocked the cage movement of the derailleur. This will allow you to turn the cage clockwise in the correct position for the removal, as shown in the video. I was personally quite scared because the movement of the cage was really bad, not fluid and difficult to perform. Now the things get a bit more serious, especially in my case. Remove the 3 screws of the cage of the clutch and then remove the cage. Not what you want to see opening that, with the clutch full of dirt and probably rust. Easily remove the seal of the cage with a pick or a cutter and prepare to remove the clutch. Unthread the little screw on the clutch system, then in most of the cases you should be able to easily pull up the clutch from the axle. This was really difficult in my case, since the clutch was stuck on the axle. I was able to remove it using isopropyl alcohol and then trying to remove the axle with the clutch still attached, allowing the alcohol to do its job. After I was able to remove the clutch, I tried to remove the axle. Also, this operation was not easy, since even the axle was stuck in the derailleur body. Anyway, I was first able to remove the second half of the cage with the washer and then the spring. After that, also in this case spraying isopropyl alcohol and continuing to turn the axle, I was able to finally push the axle out from the body. Of course, the axle was in terrible conditions. Remember to put all the pieces of the derailleur on the paper, so that you won't lose any part. On the main body, remove the plastic ring as shown in the video. Then with a pick, remove the metal lock of the clutch switch and remove it. Now clean carefully all the internal parts of the derailleur body, then clean also the clutch switch and the plastic ring. After that, I lubricated a bit all the junctions of the derailleur in order to reduce the friction, and then I removed the excess of the lube with brushes and a microfiber towel. Now remove the clutch body pushing between the metal ring with a flat screwdriver, as shown in the video, and push the clutch body down. Then clean both of them. Now it's grease time. I personally used the RockShox Dynamic Seal grease, but probably the better is to use the Shimano grease. Start with greasing the axle, only the part that will go inside the body and not the threaded one. Then grease the clutch, the cage washer and the spring. Put the washer on the derailleur cage, then mount the plastic ring and place the spring back as shown in the video. Now we have to put back the axle and tighten it at 8 Newton meters. Be sure to place the spring in the right hole of the cage. Then, without applying any tension, turn the derailleur holding also the cage and start to turn the axle in place. Be sure to hold properly the cage to tighten the axle properly. At this point, lubricate the O-ring of the clutch switch and push it back on the derailleur. Then lock the switch with the metal pin on the opposite side. Now we have to tighten the screw that was on the cage and that is used to prevent the derailleur to spin in the clockwise direction. To do so, you have to push up the derailleur, letting the cage passing through, then you will be able to tighten the screw. Now insert the clutch body in the metal ring in the same way we put it out and clean the excess of grease if needed. It's finally time to put the clutch system back to the axle. Be sure that the little hole will be positioned on the bottom and push everything down the axle. Also in this case this was not so easy and there was a lot of resistance between the clutch and the axle. Be sure the clutch is pushed down as much as possible, then tighten the screw of the system. This will actually allow you to regulate the tension, so make a couple of tries to check the clutch. When the clutch is off, you should be able to move the cage very easily. When it's on, you should experience a lot of resistance in this movement. Now grease the seal of the clutch cage and put it in place. Then apply a thin layer of grease on the side of the cage that will touch the body of the derailleur and tighten the 3 bolts with normal force. Around 3-4 Nm should be enough. Now the last thing to do is to put the pulleys back in place, making sure that the direction of the movement is correct and is following the direction of the chain when pedaling. Since I still had to replace my guide pulley, I used this occasion to finally do it. At the end, make sure that the pulley spins good, and that's it guys. I hope you will be able to do this service using this video. Subscribe for free to not lose future tutorials, and in the meantime, happy maintenance and good luck!